to work towards improving the lives of ordinary citizens. And in sports, Gareth Joster and Nuno Fomaswabi are winners of the LaRana's Q4 club race. President Dr. MASI has invited diamond-producing countries to take time and appreciate valuable lessons that Botswana could offer in transforming their economies. Speaking at the Natural Diamond Summit this morning, the president reiterated that Botswana is ready to share the country's vast knowledge and experiences in mining and other vital processes with the world. Gigantse Kumalo.
The Natural Diamond Summit, which runs for the second year in Botswana, affords the local and international communities a platform to engage on issues that cover the importance of sustainability within the diamond space. Speakers at the summit believe that despite a slowdown in economies, the diamond industry remains solid and strong. President Dr. MASI emphasized that Botswana has over the years accumulated so much knowledge and experience that she is ready to share with other countries for their posterity.
We come a long way, and through the passage of time, we have amassed so much knowledge in mining ecosystems. The government of Botswana is ready to unleash our men and women with sought-after skills into the world for Botswana to share her ingenuity, knowledge, and experiences in mining, in particular, the governance of mining.
In his speech at the recent State of the Nation address, President MASI mentioned that the Kimberley Process Secretariat will begin operation in Gaborone beginning of next year, adding that the hosting of the Secretariat is attributed to a shining story of good governance and prudent management of her diamonds.
The historic decision for Botswana to host the Kimberley Process Permanent Secretariat bears testament to our commitment as a country to responsible sourcing and the critical work done by the key KP
projects like Zwaneng Underground, and it can create tens of thousands of new jobs here in Botswana.
Still at the summit, countries were encouraged to incorporate technology in the diamond sector to foster sustainability.
Still at the 2023 Natural Diamond Summit, President Dr. MASI called on diamond industry players to ramp up their efforts and forge strong partnerships in order to build a sustainable industry. When officiating during the summit, President Dr. MASI noted that it's upon diamond industry players to shape the future of the industry.
President MASI says the government of Botswana and DBS Group have heeded on this call to action, having entered into a historic agreement which guaranteed to transform Botswana's diamond story of being a global beacon in showcasing a partnership that champions sustainable economic progress.
As we celebrate this milestone, we remain alive to the fact that evolving consumer preferences in key markets, challenging market conditions in the midstream, and the ever-changing complexities of diamond mining require that we should take intentional steps to secure a lasting positive impact for all players across the diamond pipeline, from producer countries to consumer markets. The critical point of congruence for us as the diamond industry is sustainability.
President MASI further stated that his government stands tall in the knowledge that it has been able to transform its economy and by extension support livelihoods predominantly through the discovery of diamonds and their prudent management demonstrated.
The development of people is a crucial ingredient for the long-term success of producer countries. And this has been a priority for Botswana since the discovery of diamonds. Hence, a purposeful endeavor was made to guarantee the sustainability of natural resources with a specific focus on diamonds, because they are pivotal to the development of the country and all Botswana, not just a few.
President Masisi emphasized government's commitment in making robust people-centric economic planning as well as policies and visions that mirrors the views and aspirations of Botswana.
President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi has commended Ngande Trust for partnering with private companies to develop their tourism project. When officially opening the MOA Safaris near Kumaga, President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi said the partnership is in line with government citizen economic empowerment agenda, which aims to support Botswana businesses. MOA Safaris was conceptualized by Mr. Diamond Moela and his family following his early retirement from Botswana in 2017 and partnered with Desert Sands Safari and Ngande Trust. Sabayetseng Teboho reports.
MOA Safaris was conceptualized by Mr. Diamond Moela and his family after he took early retirement from the Botswana company in 2017. Mr. Moela and his co-business partner, Travel Lens, approached Ngande Trust to partner in developing the MOA Safaris on the trust concession area. President Dr. Masisi applauded the partnership, saying it will ensure citizen empowerment as locals will benefit from the natural resources.
Ditau tsene di kgerisa batho gompieko batho ke ditsala tsa ditau ka gore ba gweba ka ditau mme mo go ntumedisa go sengwe le sengwe ke gore ke batho beng gae ba ba gwebang ka tsone. I've been made to understand while the average minimum pay in the industry around here is 1,800 pula a month, for MOA Safaris, it's 3,000 pula a month. That's what utilization of this form brings. Increased incomes to community members, increased skills to community members who build brick by brick, mud brick by mud brick, this whole lodge.
This lodge will be run by investors together with the community trust.
We used both young and old people. The clay bricks which was used to construct this lodge were procured or produced by our locals. We have also used our community members to prepare the site for Mulapo Tethered Campsite, which will soon be erected. Further to this, when the lodge opens, which is happening today, the Ngande Trust will be the one working on this beautiful lodge.
The Vice President, who is also the Member of Parliament for Boteti West, applauded the development, saying it will benefit the local people.
Lebogela trust ya Ngande ka gore ke ngwe ya di trust tse ile gore re ka ipoka ka tsone. Ga se yone trust hela, tse dingwe ga di kgone ka botsamaisi. Mme ke leboge trust ya Ngande gore yone bo itshegeditse go ithella gompieno ya dibela le helole. Me partnership ya bereka go dira le community go a bereka go mo gore be ileng ha blinting ke go leboge ke bo ke le leboge ba Ngande Trust ke leboge ba Moela gore ba bo ba nnile le itemogele ya gore ba te go thusa community ya Kumaga.
Tiro e re kopanetseng ha ke tiro ya bengae ya batho ba Kumaga. Ke tetse ka boitumelo jo bontsi thata go boe ke bona re kokwane ha jana segolo bogolo re na le motsadi a rona ha ga ra rona a tsile ha go ta go lemoga bokgoni jwa bana ba gagwe e le batho ba morahe wa motse wa Kumaga. Se ke sone sa se bua a re tšhentšhe a re ipelege.
President Dr. Masisi advised MOA Safaris to utilize digitalization opportunities through online marketing of the lodge, as well as showcasing the local talent that is displayed in the construction of the project. Swetzen Teboho, PTV News, MOA Safaris.
LaRana Botswana executives showcased 3 large white diamonds of high quality to President Dr. Masisi, discovered at Karua Diamond Mine in Letlhakane. The high quality gem diamonds are in excess of 1,080, 690 and 490 carats. LaRana prides itself in the discovery of large and high quality gems, adding to the 1,758 carat Suelo and 1,109 carat LaRana Diamonds, which contributed significantly to the economy of the country. During the courtesy call, they unveiled new leadership to President Dr. Masisi, among them the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. William Lem.
These stones, they played a major role in terms of the economy of the country. As we know that as the mine, we pay tax and mining royalties, and it's very important that whatever all these rare pieces are coming in, HE is the first to see them. In addition to those 3 stones, LaRana also recovered the fancy colors, your pinks, blues colors that also were accompanied these stones. These are rare pieces. We will start to do the marketing of the stones, do the roadshow of the stones, because first of all, these stones, remember that they are recovered in Botswana, and we must make the country known by the recovery of these diamonds. So it's not about selling the stones today and then tomorrow it's quiet. So we have to make sure that we market the country.
President Dr. Masisi says the agreement between the government of Botswana and De Beers is the most progressive and transformational, reflecting the aspirations of the people of Botswana. President Dr. Masisi made the remarks during a courtesy call by De Beers Chief Executive Officer, a first meeting following the historic agreement. He noted that the progressive agreement makes Botswana a trailblazer in the diamond industry as it propels both partners forward and underpins the future of the Botswana joint venture through long-term investment. For his part, the Chief Executive Officer of De Beers, Mr. Al Cook, commended President Dr. Masisi for his visionary leadership, saying it will go a long way to propel diamonds for development that Botswana will one day look back on with pride.
I don't know of any country or of any partnership between country and company that has defined provenance as exceptionally as we have. And that needs to be written up. And the concept needs to, the academia was so removed from this, it scares me. I don't know of any country that has an agreement as fresh and as forward-looking as this. And I say this with humility because I got calls from my colleagues from all over the world asking me, how did you do it? I'm proud that we, in pushing De Beers as hard as we did, actually made De Beers a much better company. We're much prouder of you than we were before. We can speak with confidence about our real partner and our partner into the future.
I remember sitting in this room and you were clear that what you wanted was a transformative agreement. You said this is not the 1970s, it's not the 1980s, it's not the 1990s, it's 2023. And we need an agreement which doesn't just look good now, but responds to the needs and the rights of the people of your country for the long term. So that when people look back on this, they'll look back on it with pride. And your negotiating team was outstanding. I can say that as someone who faced them. They did very, very well, and they were very clear on what they wanted. And above all, they told us they wanted a transformative offer, which under your leadership would allow Botswana to move not just for the next decade, but for the decade after that and beyond diamonds. And that's why today we've got Diamonds for Development, and we are absolutely committed to make that happen.
Naledi Police Station Commander Superintendent Nelson Salabe says they have recovered the body of a 59-year-old fisherman who drowned in Gaborone Dam on Saturday. The body was discovered by Botswana police with the help of Botswana Defence Force scuba divers 3 days after the reported drowning. The man is said to have been in the presence of a 48-year-old fellow fisherman when the incident occurred. The Ministry of Lands and Water Affairs recently held a training workshop in Palape to induct newly appointed land board members. When addressing the new members, the Minister of Lands and Water Affairs, Mr. Kifentsem Zunila, encouraged them to be proactive in their role in uplifting the lives of ordinary citizens. Tsolofelo Tombale.
The Minister of Lands and Water Affairs, Dr. Kifentsem Zunila, who has appointed new board members to help in the running of the country's various land boards, said that they represent the executive branch of the government and that they must contribute to the government's priorities and programs, which are focused on diversifying the economy and on other priorities that are meant to better the country.
You must understand everything and implement it accordingly. You must understand the reset agenda, you must understand mindset change, you must understand all presidential proclamations because you are directly tasked and delegated to deliver those. And the expectation is that they will be delivered without fear or favor and in a very efficient manner.
Authorities in Palape, where the workshop was held, described some of the regional duties that the members will be tasked with.
I urge all of you to remain principled and cultured as you discharge your duties. Are changing currents and ridira dilocating Batswana betsu. Are changing buitwaro le mehopolo ya rona. I must specifically single out the need to work with us in administering tribal land and determining and varying tribal land grants and conflict resolutions.
The minister further said that they have taken steps to address existing concerns about corruption at land boards.
We've strengthened our anti-corruption office. We have opened ourselves completely to the law enforcement agencies. We discuss with our staff, we always motivate our staff, we always warn our staff against issues related to corruption. And there have been a number of interventions in various land boards which have addressed the issue anti-corruption.
Dr. Mzunila encouraged the new land board members to ensure that their land boards display improved service delivery, such as shortened turnaround times for their services. Tsolofelo Tombale, BTV News.
The Minister of State President, Mr. Kabo Moraing, says the government needs the support of churches in the fight against social ills in the country. Minister Moraing said this at the fundraising ceremony that was organized by the Methodist Church in Mahalape to raise funds that will be used to develop the church.
The church is regarded as one institution that can impact positively on different aspects of life, such as shaping and bringing societies together. However, the minister said the role of churches cannot be overlooked, as it has a great potential of taking this nation somewhere. As such, he urged them to join hands with government and help in maintaining the peace and tranquility this nation is known for.
Gore le itse tsia le itse gore le ntse le seabe mo tshireletsong ya lehatshe le la rona re tshwanetse re itse gore re tse seemo sa rona tota re bo re lemoge gore puso ya re tlhoka tirisanyo ya rona le lona le le kereke ga se mo re ka go gapoga re tshwanetse go busetsa seriti le serodimo sa kereke.
Faith comes a long way, referred to as a shield that one could trust during crisis. However, in this era where the social ills are constantly increasing in the society, some still have faith that all this could fade away if churches could unite in prayer.
It's disheartening to acknowledge that even in 21st century, gender disparities continue to persist in various aspects of our lives. As those who are at forefront in the religious spaces, we should be the vehicles of equality mo re tshelang teng, both mo dikerekeng le mo metseng ya re tshelang mo go yone.
Ga ile gore mo gompienong go na di dikgang tsa bo GBV bo re bangwe ba keteka bomme kereke re tshwentse re thuse ka go khansela batho le go rera le lesedi la lehatshe le letswai la lehatshe kereke ke yone e tshwentseng go gatela pele kereke re tshwanetse re tseye malebela mo go yone.
Still at this event, the minister urged believers to continue praying for this country and its leadership so that it continues to lead this nation to greatness. BTV News.
Minister of Finance, Ms. Peggy Serame, highlighted the significant role that churches play in shaping and fostering peace and stability within society. She further stated that churches play a pivotal role in fighting social ills. Ms. Serame said this at the official branch opening of St. Paul Faith Mission of Botswana in Pitsani. LaRana Diamonds.
Minister Serame emphasized the church's crucial role in counteracting social ills, providing guidance and fostering resilience through faith. She also encouraged financial and leadership skills among church members aimed to prevent conflicts.
Nation building. Agona ya kare ka ga puso lo le khakala. Agona ya kare ka ga setšhaba lo le khakala. Go ga setšhaba go raeng. Go ra gore ja ka gompieno re tle go simolisa branch mo Pitsane. Sengwe se se diragala mo Pitsane. Ga lo tshwana re bolo le khakala. Khosi ha bua mo khosi ka kwa. Ga lo tshwana bolo le khakala. Ha di kgwetlo di nna teng. Le lona ha go nniwa ha se go tere ka rarabola di kgwetlo tse jang. Le lona le bolo le teng. A re le rona re le kereke le bo meja ka re tsamayana re ntse re ba tsenya mo maemong re ba tsenya nna ba ruti nna e bo rre le bone re ba ruta gore me yano ha o le rre o simolla go dira le bo mme ba ba le kana lo yena ka ruti kana ka e re tshela ja mmogo ka gore ra tlhokana modimo na itse gore ke nga itse gore re tshwantse re thusane re tshele mmogo
se se leng teng hela ke boitumelo le dikeledi tse di sa kgaleng kana ha o itumetse o letse ruri a kere gore mo motsing o tshwanao o re tshwaragane le bothata nna ke le hano ke emeha ke setse ke bone batho ba kereng ke bone ditima molelo re morwe batho ba ba timola molelo ha go nna bogale ba lwa ba remana ka dilepe ke bone baruti. Amen. Ki bone baruti, ki bone kereke, ye tswang kgakala ko serowe.
The church has continued to change people's lives, and the ongoing spirit of selfless donation reflects a commitment to positive impact.
Kereke ya iteka. Re kile go aba hela thata. Ka 2010 re kile ra abela safari na le branch go safari ra go sepatela go safari kwa ra go aba ra ba ka no ka 2010 ra go jwane o mpile kwa la gobe le gone ra go aba.
Building strong connections with village leaders is seen as a means to contribute to societal well-being, while prayers for national leadership underscore the pursuit of lasting peace. LaRana Diamonds, BTV News, Pitsane.
The Civil Aviation Authority of Botswana, CAAB, in partnership with the International Civil Aviation Organization, have embarked on a 5-day workshop that will focus on the civil aviation master plan as the sector has a significant impact on economic development. This was revealed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transport and Public Works, Mr. Kakhamalo Kesajwang, at the official launch of the workshop. Kumiso Mapanyani.
The People's Republic of China has facilitated the workshop to be a success, hence an opportunity for this country to learn more in aviation from different countries across Africa, as some are more advanced in aviation management. Mr. Kesajwang emphasized the need for mindset change. Hence, this workshop training came at a time when citizens have been advised to shift their way of thinking, and the training will catalyze a transitional change in the local aviation sector.
Civil aviation plays a key role in socio-economic development. It contributes immensely to the betterment of lives and livelihoods All facets of national development must therefore incorporate civil aviation if this is to be achieved in a sustainable manner. It is therefore essential to plan for and execute these functions in line with other national priorities. Over the past few years, the government of Botswana has embarked on several development projects in the transportation sector. Civil aviation included. The timing of this camp course could not be more ideal for us as a nation. It comes at a time when we are going through an exciting period of mindset change and social transformation. As part of its reset agenda, the government has issued a clarion call for change of mindset across all sectors of our society, to change the way we do things as a people.
On behalf of the International Civil Aviation Organizational Regional Director, this workshop training has been noted to become a success and further broaden skills and abilities across all employees in Botswana's aviation space.
The goal of this course is to provide senior and middle managers of the state's civil aviation authorities with the competencies required to develop, implement, and update a camp, including the recovery from the impacts of COVID-19 in accordance with the relevant ICAO provisions. So this course is designed and organized for the fourth time in our region, and I urge all participants to take full advantage of this opportunity to enhance your knowledge and competencies to develop, implement, and update a camp, identify strategies to ensure sustainable economic and financial development of the civil aviation system in your respective states.
The workshop training has been highlighted as a platform beneficial for the aviation workforce to enhance their knowledge to be used in their daily duties. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News, Gaborone.
As the Okavango region is plagued by foot and mouth disease, FMD, the Department of Veterinary Services have embarked on a vaccination exercise to combat the disease. It has been noted that Okavango region is close to the wildlife sanctuary, which is in Namibia, where buffaloes are known to be a major vector of foot and mouth disease. Mohembewa's scientific officer, Mr. Israel Timothy, said the vaccination exercise is to prepare cattle so that farmers can sell them to a better market at higher prices to boost the country's economy. Tiny Tsukudu.
Botswana is well renowned for exporting high-quality beef. But for Okavango cattle farmers, it has been impossible for them to sell their cattle due to the outbreak of foot and mouth disease in their area. Meanwhile, the Department of Veterinary Services is embarking on a vaccination exercise in this area to contain the disease and enable farmers to sell their cattle again.
Foot and mouth. Mukento kan how it is in thing to come to home. High Missy Hokenta, very well about and about check our a mikione a ile one gore re a ile gore ke zone ka kwane ya tswala gore dikgomo movement wa dikgomo go tswa mo kgaolete gore bolwetse bo ska na bo nnela ko mo zone ya ka kwane.
Mohembo West cattle farmers applauded the government for addressing the FMD situation in their area by vaccinating their cattle, saying the move will enable them to sell to the global market.
Le begela government wa rona gore re kenta dikgomo tsa rona mahala go dibela malwetse mo kgaolo ya rona ya Okavango. Ya rona ke le o go ke le ojile ke kopa government gore a re thusa ka batho ka kwano ka re ha ona go rekisa te.
Mokento re government re tumela gore re kentse re kenta dikgomo tsa rona ka re wa re sireletsa mo thekiso ya dikgomo yana le mo malwetse a mangwe a foot and mouth ya. Ka re malwetse a foot and mouth a ka ke la rekisa gope. Le mahela le sina thekiso
ke go lebohela gore government wa re thusa ka go re kentela dikgomo tsa rona mahala gongwe se sengwe gongwe go kopa yone tutso ya government gore le pole rona mo Mohembo ra ithoka.
This vaccination exercise will end on the 20th November this year. Tiny Tsukudu, BTV News, Mohembo.
Okavango District Health Management Team has embarked on an indoor residual spraying campaign in Okavango East to control malaria ahead of the rainy season. Even though there are often barriers to reaching the coverage necessary for attaining maximum community protective effect of IRS, communities are said to be keen to take part in the exercise. Tiny Tukudu.
Previously, Okavango district has always been recording high malaria cases in the country, but this has since been reduced from 1,193 to 198 in 2022-2023. With the new strategy, which calls the village leaderships to be part of the exercise, Head of Preventative Services Dr. Kaite Mashini is confident that they will reach the target of 90% in eliminating and controlling the malaria through the use of indoor residual spraying, IRS.
And our target is to at least covering more than 90% of home. From previous year, we never achieved 86%. We are so ambitious with the new strategy, and we are sure with the support of the Ministry of Health, we are going to reach the target of above 90% to reduce the case of malaria in Botswana. As you can see, most of the cases for malaria come from Okavango. Once we eliminate malaria in Okavango, we are going to eliminate malaria in Botswana, and we are sure we are going to eliminate malaria because we have to change our mind.
Kwetlho engwe re kopana le yone ke ya gore kana mo gompieno yana ke nako e tebere ra go tshela mme bontsi jwa batho ba na le ko masimong ba bangwe ba na le manto kana di-structures tse leng gore go ka tshelwa mme mo di-structures tseo mo gompieno tse dingwe setse di senyegile ka gore bontsi ba disa lethaka.
Community described IRS as safe, though some feels it has limited efficacy.
Mo bogologolong hale ne re kgona gore molemo o tshetse mo ngwageng molemo o bo kgona go bona ditsidinyana tso thela le one mo nang le mo teng le ditsidinyana tse ka di bona mo ntung di tsama mo ntung mme mo malatsi a gompieno a tsheletswe bothata jo re bo bonang ke gore le mo nang o kgona go bona ntse o tsamaya mo ntung di kona mo ntung mme o sa swe mo lebakelong la ngwaga o tshetsweng ka wena.
Communities are advised to accept and use IRS for malaria prevention.
Batswana tota tsa mo go lona ke gore ke kopa gore le bule mantu le teletselo mo le mo bolaya monang ka gore bo mosola jwa go tshela molomo bolaya monang ke gore mona pele o iso go tame mo lekomeng o kgona go swa kana go eta bo ithela lekoma le na le molemo.
The public is advised to seek medical attention whenever they experience signs and symptoms of malaria such as fever, headache, body pains and vomiting. Tiny Tukudu, BTV News, Ngarange.
The Northwest Province in South Africa has registered a suspected case of foot and mouth disease recently. As such, the Minister of Transport and Public Works, who is also Member of Parliament for Good Hope Mabule, together with veterinary officers, visited villages along the borderline to caution them about the effects of foot and mouth on Botswana's cattle industry and encourage farmers to ensure that the outbreak does not reach the country's borders. LaRana Diamonds.
Minister Molale indicated that the situation is a major threat to the farming community of Borolon region as they depend on agriculture for their sustenance, and if it happens that the disease reaches Botswana, this will not only affect them but the country's economy as well. He further stated that the border fence between the two countries is not in a good state, making it easy for livestock to move across the border, posing a threat of possible outbreak. However, he affirmed that the government is working tirelessly to manage the situation.
Batho ba lephata la veterinary ba makgaolong ya rona ba ira mo go teng surveillance gore a gona dikai tse di ka tshwana le tse di ka ha moseja mme mankelo bolelele dikai tseo ha di ka bonwa ha o tla bo go phirimile ra lo gakolola ja ka ngakantsa bua gore mabaki yo ha mere tshwantse ra itshireletsa pele ga mma ba goroga
batho ba ka kwa ba le ba ga rona ba le ga ba tshwane le rona isura lwa bone e kgolwane ga ba mo dikgomo ba dira dilo tse di seng kana ka sepe jaanong a re iphapheng mo go nneng bontlha bongwe jwa go anama ga bolwetse a re obameleng ditaelo
The veterinary department indicated that they are carrying out research in the district, thus requesting farmers to work well with them to help address the situation.
Re make sure gore khanye re sala morago ka bofefo tletse hano batsadi go tla go gakolla yone khanye gore mo seemong se re le mo go sone go lwantsha bolwetse jo jo tlhakole molomo tiro ya ntlha ke ya morui ke ene tota o le go o ka re henyetsa tlhakole molomo gore e se ka ya tsena mo hatsing ja rona e bile e se ka ya ana
mera ke go sologetse gore ra tipa-tipa ke tsa gore tla rena go tla reng bosele re tla tla ka masana.
The community was encouraged to take care of their livestock by ensuring that they do not get closer to the borderline, to brand them and cross the border at gazetted areas in order to curb any possible outbreak. LaRana Diamonds, BTV News, Mabul.
It is time now for sports with Khosego Nkwe.
Good evening, Khomozo. How are you?
I'm well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm awesome, my lady.
Okay.
As always, and of course, I did miss you.
Well, we are together the whole of this week.
Oh, yes.
We are together, ma'am.
We are together,
yes.
Indeed. And of course, let me thank you, Khomozo. And greetings to you all. Now we get into Botswana Tonight Sports News with me, Khosego Nkwe. And with that, let's just get straight into it and kickstart with the top leading story. Foreign runners continue to dominate long-distance races in Botswana as Lionel Muchena of Zimbabwe clocked 2 hours, 20 minutes and 10 seconds to be crowned the men's 42.2 kilometers champion of the inaugural Gumbugano Marathon held in Francistown yesterday. In the women's category, the 42.2 kilometers race was won by Rolex Jelimo Congo from Kenya in 2 hours, 48 minutes and 40 seconds. Karabo Sibili was there.
The first edition of the Gumbugano Marathon attracted a good number of both professional and recreational runners. As usual, the main event 42.2 kilometer race saw international runners outrunning their local counterparts. Leon Muchena from Zimbabwe pushed his competitors throughout and managed to hold on to the lead and win his first competition in 18 months. He walked away with 35,000 pula as prize money.
Though I was running good times, but I never be the first one. So I'm grateful to God. But the race was not easy. It was very challenging with those Kenyans. We were about 7 of us, and it was not easy. After 27K, 26K, I decided to push. That's when I saw that the gap was opening and everyone was getting tiresome and it was sunny. Then I just decided to maintain right until the end. That's how I won the event.
In the ladies' 42.2 kilometer race, Rolex Jelimo Congo also produced a star performance for a podium finish and pocketed a 35,000 pula cash prize.
I thank God for today. He has given me the power so that I am finished the race.
Botswana restored her pride in the men's 21.1 kilometer race, which was won by Sesebo Matlapeng. On the second and third spot came Godizashe Ncube and Abel Chibanda respectively.
The
Gumbugano Marathon aims to promote sports tourism in the city.
Re tlhokana le lona lotlhe go tshwaragana le rona go emana nokeng le rona le go dira le rona, because when you talk sports tourism re bua mo go tshwana le gone mona. So we need to grow Gumbugano Marathon. We must make sure gore ngwaga o tlang it becomes bigger and bigger and better ka your participation le ka dithutletso tsa lona tse di harologaneng.
Marathon o tsetse golf. So from 2024 we're going to have 3 properties: the soccer, the marathon and golf. So kore Ratrop Ratali Tusa Tropoe, Mironartaka sports tourism.
There was also fun run races in which Botswana participated in large numbers, not only for fun but also as a way of exercising and keeping healthy. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
And now into football. Tlokwe United defeated Extension Gunners 1-0 in a First Division South Week 5 encounter played at the Royal Area Stadium. Kopano Khamanyani's second half goal leaves United in position 3 in the log standings. Lydia Puluko was there.
Both teams started the game on a high tempo, showing determination from the first whistle, with waves of attacks on both ends, but none managed to find the back of the net. On the 29th minute, however, Bulechina and Pakomudikwa's intercharges opened the Tlokwe United defense, but were denied by the goalminder, sending the game to recess on a goalless stalemate. In the second stanza, both teams continued fighting for a goal, but their efforts did not bear any fruits. After so many chances in the second half, Tlokwe United scored an opener through Kopano Khamanyani, who came in as a second half substitute. Daniel Nari's men continued fighting to get an equalizer under rainy conditions but failed to convert, ending the game with a 1-0 win for the Tlokwe-based outfit. Khamanyani's goal gifted Gunners their second loss of the season, while United moved to position 3 on the log standings.
One of the category A games. We are playing against a very good team. We're playing against a very experienced team with a very good coach, Chico. I really respect Chico. I would like to congratulate my boys. My boys played well. We know what Ghana is a very slow transition team. In terms of transition, they are very slow. And we tried by all means to press them so that they cannot be comfortable over the ball. The philosophy of Extension Gunners is to roll the ball into the middle field, and we planned to block all those balls, and when we have the ball, we try by all means to play them with counter-attack. Like you see our goal, we just play the ball quickly, then we toss the ball from Khamanyani, a very good goal.
Another game played on Sunday, Mogadishan Fighters lost 1-0 to Prisons 11. Lydia Poloko, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And now into volleyball. UB men's team thrust the Prisons 3-0 to secure a spot in the next round of the Volleyball Golden Cup. The game was played yesterday at the University of Botswana grounds. Victoria Dakin has more.
The game started on a high note as both teams fought tooth and nail to earn higher points and win the first set. It was, however, the good combination of centre blocker Elton Elias and opposite attacker Trevor Mandua that prevailed and helped UB to win the set 25-21. The fight continued in the second set, but UB had an upper hand once again, winning the second set 25-22. In the third and final set, fatigue caught up with Prisons as they were unable to deal with opposition serves. UB used this to their advantage as they registered a 25-15 win to also win the game 3-0.
Because ke motshameko le gore no tshwana go re position gore khona gore re hetele ko le gato le latela ne re tswa mo gaming engwe phakela bile re boa re boela mo go engwe hela gone go so ne go le dingalonyana because fatigue le one price letsatsi but hela ne ke ba bolelela gore a gona re ka reng let's play this game and we have to win it.
Tota phoso e dile mo khanye ya attack tsa rona go sa attack tsa rona di se tlo di perform but la hadne se tararo le ka go seta ne ba sa tshameki di bolo la tse di accurate ne ba itela di bolo tsa bona go ntle ba itela mo nnete so ke ona mathata a ila khona go goroga mo side ya Prison 6. The other issue ne le khanya block ba rona ne bole phuonyana ne ba blockela bolo go ntle ba sa khona go tlolela go godimo.
In other results, still at University of Botswana, BDF 6 thrashed Iteken 3-1, while Kalavango demolished Mafolofolo by 3-0. In the last game of the day, Kutlwano won 3-0 against Spiking Stars. Victoria Dakin, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Gareth Josta and Nonofo Maswabi are the winners of the Tsela Riders Club race, which was held at Otse village yesterday. Josta was crowned the men's 120 kilometers champion after finishing first in 3 hours, while Maswabi emerged the winner in the ladies' side 90 kilometers category in a time of 2 hours 35 minutes. Tlamelo Munsusi was there.
Josta, who was on his debut appearance, started the 120-kilometer open race on a very high pace, putting pressure on the chasing pack of Matlogonolo Botlhole and Abe Malete among others. The leading crop stayed together for up to 80 kilometers on the Trans-Kalahari Highway, despite the challenges presented by windy conditions. Josta and Botlhole then picked up pace, which proved too high for their competitors as they were far behind at the 100-kilometer mark. Josta's experience worked for him in the end as he finished the race strong, beating the 22-year-old with only 2 seconds, while Abe Malete settled for third spot in 3 hours and 24 minutes.
The weather was fantastic, the roads were awesome, competition was fierce. The young man that came in second really pushed me to the limits, but yeah, overall happy to take the win.
What I learned from this race, I think this guy, the white guy, helped me to look on something like the finish line. Normally I do some short sprint, but then he started long sprint. So I think I need to work on my long sprint, not short sprint.
In the women's 90-kilometer race, Nonofo Maswabi is the champion after finishing the race in 2 hours and 35 minutes, seconded by Morato Matlhaope, while Wamenyto Akhosi settled for third.
The race was tough coming back because it was headwind, but going there it was a little bit challenging of the climbs, but not too hard because it was crosswind. And another challenging part is that I can see a lot of improvement more by Nyaning, and this is a real good thing because next year competition is really tough.
The race was a little bit tough. Going there, nige safaranga na harus mula because nire chase abanchi, no na banchi nire chase. So I was struggling, kile ka batla go lusa hope mo tseleng, and then I told myself, no, the pain that I'm feeling, so I must keep pushing harder. So that's the only thing that kept me moving.
The competition is also used to prepare athletes for the ride to Joburg 94.7 International Championship to start next weekend in South Africa. Tlamelo Muntusi, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And that is all that we had for you from Botswana Tonight Sports Desk. Until we meet tomorrow, have a blessed night, and let's continue on rallying behind the hashtag #changing, hashtag BW mindset change. It is very, very vital. With that, let me bring it back to Khomuso to give you the headlines of tonight. Khomuso.
Thank you so much, Khosero. Until we meet again tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic evening, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Khomuso.
Thank you. That was Khosero Khosinkwe giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. Botswana open to sharing mining best practices with other diamond-producing countries. Newly appointed land board members urged to work towards improving the lives of ordinary citizens. And in sports, Gareth Josta and Nonofo Maswabi are winners of Tsela Riders Club race. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Ikanya Rona. Hashtag BW Mindset Change, are changing. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotondo. The following are some of the rainfall amounts that were recorded this morning at 8 o'clock. 18 millimeters at Mohonono, Primary School 14 at Luane, Primary School 10 at Mangkhodi, Khotla 6 at Gabane Crops, 3 at Tamaga Police, 2 at Susum Primary School and 1 at Mogoditsane Khotla. Tomorrow, we're expecting cloudy conditions with isolated thunder showers or rain over southern central and northeast, but over northern central, Chobe, Ngambilen, and Khanti, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with isolated thunder showers. And over southern southeast, Khatlin, Kweni, we're expecting cloudy conditions in the morning, but becoming partly cloudy during the course of the day, while over Kalahari, we're expecting only partly cloudy conditions. Fresh to strong winds are also expected tomorrow over most areas of the country. In the morning, we're expecting minimums of 19 at Tsani and Zabo, 14 at Veda, 18 in Gaborone, and Mahalape, 14 at Silipiko, 19 at Francistown, 21 at Litlakane and Panamatenga, 24 at Shakawa and Gumare, 23 at Mau and Khanti. In the afternoon, warm temperatures are expected over southern and southeast Katlin, southern central northeast, with maximums ranging from 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. But over other areas of the country, we're expecting very hot afternoon temperatures with the maximums ranging from 36 to 38 degrees Celsius. And as for the fire report, this red spot shows wildfires which are currently burning in some areas of the country. Even tomorrow, the fire danger index shows dangerous to extremely dangerous conditions over most areas of the country. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with caution and to avoid starting unnecessary wildfires. Moving on with the weather forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions over most areas in southern, southeast, Katling and Kweni, with possibility of isolated thunder showers on Thursday at southern. And over Khanti and Kalahari, still expecting some thunder showers on Wednesday and Thursday with very hot afternoon temperatures on Wednesday, but on Thursday we're expecting warm afternoon temperatures. And over Chobe and Ngamiland, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with possibility of isolated thunder showers over some areas of Ngamiland with very hot afternoon temperatures. And over central and northeast, still expecting clouds to be visible on Wednesday and Thursday with warm afternoon temperatures over most areas on Wednesday, but on Thursday we're expecting hot temperatures over most areas. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.
Esteemed delegates and industry leaders, as we gather tonight for this extraordinary cultural dinner, I'm filled with pride and gratitude for the incredible